Oh ho, welcome. It's Thursday night, so guess what? Welcome to the Comics Wellspring live drawing show, Spilled Ink. We're spilling ink and spilling the tea as we do every week. And then we have a packed house this week. I didn't even realize how many people were in here till Roman showed up just now. I'm super hyped for tonight. So, of course, I'm your host, Brandon Bloxdorf, and I'm going to be thumbnailing and mapping out a new page of Stoner Wars. I haven't done anything since last summer, so I'm putting together that zine. And while everyone was working on pages, I was like, I should work on a page. So now it's this going to be this weird 31 panel page that I doomed myself into doing, and I can't back out of. So we'll find out how that goes. But someone who's notorious for doing too many panels on the page is my amazing, fabulous, wonderful co-host Max Flowers. Hi, Max.
Hi, you're catching up to my 365 man.
Yes. What are you working on tonight?
I'm still working on this 16 panel, 4x4 grid page for an art show in May. But check this out. It exists finally. I got correctly printed version and assembled this last night. So this is a 60-page zine filled with comics interviews with Matt Emmons, Eli Schwab, and Sean Crystal. And there's also some comics in here from like the Life on Saturn guys. I've got Longbox Punk little blurb here. I've got some art. I've got Aaron's art in here, I think.
Yeah. I submitted it like just a day before the deadline.
Yep. So there's Aaron's art right there. And yeah, it's all on offset paper. I assemble these myself. I get big newsprint sheets and cut them down. And yeah, so this first issue is going to be first available through the January Mail Club on murderofmagpies.org. And then it'll fully release in February. And I'm collecting submissions for issue 2. So nice. I'll be opening that up, and yeah, super excited that it finally exists.
Yeah. Congrats. Yeah, it looks
great. And these are cheap. These are cheap, so they're going to be $2.50.
Oh, wow.
I love that, dude.
When they fully release. Yeah, and free to low-income folks and free for comic shops, too. So any kind of local comic shops that want to carry this and hand this out for free are more than welcome to, and I'll send you a stack of copies.
Yeah, you gotta get you linked up with 4-Color, because I know they'll want some. Hi, T'Challa. What's up, my dude? T'Challa's just literally like chilling here. Watch. Wait, where's he at? There he is. He ran off. Over here. And also, sorry, I got super hyped into that, and I was like, well, everyone's cool here. Let me finish introducing everybody for the show. What's up, part-time? Hey, Evan McGuire. We also have our dude, Eric Allred. Man, what are you working on? That looks like a lot of fun.
This is just the first page for the little outer space spinoff for OS Shorties issue 3. So it's coming along. We'll be using watercolors and inks tonight.
Nice. And then you got a killer campaign going on right now too. That's
that is outer space issue 3. Yeah. So we'll be running through February 14th on Kickstarter. We actually have somebody who did the variant cover here.
Oh, and that'll be our next guest we're introducing, Mr. Anton W. Blake over here. I love how you put your middle initial. It's so cool.
How's it going?
Dude, what are you working on? That looks like a lot of fun.
It's a page for Zethia Space Switch. I've been working on this issue for way too long. I keep getting sidetracked by other projects and whatnot. Finally making the big push to have this thing done.
I love that, dude. Oh, wow. And you traditional coloring skilled. Gosh, I could just watch you do that all night. We got to ask questions about that. I'm super hyped to talk about your process there. Hell yeah. And we'll throw up an image of Anton's variant cover for Outer Space 3 in a little bit too. It's so cool. It's so Doom Patrol vibe and influence. Everyone should buy it. And also, we have a whole roundtable of returning guests. Let's see, who do we got? I mean, I always make fun of you when I think that school's not in session. I think school is in session, Aaron. But I'm so happy you're joining us.
Oh, me?
Yeah.
It sounded like you were speaking German or backwards there. Like I wasn't sure what was happening.
Speaking in tongues.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Nipple effects?
What are you working on tonight?
Bring your own vocoder night, maybe.
What do you oh dude, this page looks great. This page looks super great.
Yeah, I was working on this during like planning at work today. Try and get this in ink and shape. Yeah, but page 4, more lady in space, and we've got a dog on this page.
Gosh, that's cool, man.
We got some laser guns, yeah.
Do you have Bristol board on top? How are you lightboxing that? What are the two materials you're using for your
So I've got copy paper, printed from work. Thank you, New York State taxpayers. And then we have some Bristol board on top of that. Thank you, New York State taxpayers. And some tape and a light box. It's a Huion. It's not a portable one. It's one that plugs in, so it gets really bright.
Nice.
Yeah, and then too many brush pens. That's how I'm doing it.
Sick. I love that, dude. Donald Prosper says hi, and Evan says loves that zap, dude. Yeah, that zap caught my attention right away too.
Thank you. I'm trying to do better sound effects.
Ooh. Awesome.
She's using this laser gun quite a bit to blow up the sonic space squids.
Ooh.
This little Campbell Spaniel dog from the squids.
We'll dive more into that too right now. Dude, that's hype. I can't wait to promote this book a little bit more this week. Because we also have, who do we got next? We got Hobbs hanging out with us. Dude, you look like you're working on some Ralph Bakshi fun stuff over here.
Ooh, that looks great.
Oh, wow. Yeah, this is my I finally got back to work on my comic Fuzz Bouquet. This is an action sequence, so it's been going slow. I've been working on this page for like, I don't know, I mean on and off for a few days. So, and this is a rough page, and then after this I'll light box it and then ink it. So yeah. It's been a while since I've actually drawn. The last project I did, I was just doing colors. So yeah, I'm feeling very rusty.
So tell me about that process. So you're doing it on what looks like an 11 by 17 page as roughs, and then you do tighter pencils, light box, and then you ink it afterwards.
So this is smaller than 11 by 17. I would say it's more like 8 by 10 or 8 and some change by 11 or something like that. And then from there, because I always felt like when I'm drawing on like final paper, it's too permanent. So instead, I just decided to start drawing on like printer paper and then light boxing it over. So I'll light box it onto my good paper. And then after I light box it on my good paper, and then I'll make some changes as I go, add more details or whatnot. And then after that, I ink it. And then after that, I color it with, traditional markers and all that other stuff, airbrush, acrylic paint, that stuff.
So we'll talk about that. Let's get our last guest in, because I have questions about process, because I have thoughts about that too that I've been thinking about with my roughs and everything. But someone that's really great at prepping his roughs, especially pre-show, that he's been posting about all day, which is epic, is our dude Roman. Hey, how you doing, man?
Hey, what's up, dude? Glad to be drawing.
You're working off of stuff from like the craft and whatnot too tonight, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the movie you were posting about today on your stories.
Yeah, I don't know if y'all can see it. I was trying to hold it up a little bit.
Yeah, there you go. Let me get that bigger right there. Whoa, dude. Oh man, that's awesome.
It's like
what
doing a
else are you
few
working on
scenes.
tonight?
I got a few different scenes. So That's what I'm sketching. It's from the craft.
Nice, epic. So glad you got to hang with us tonight, man. We haven't had you on the show. You've been on the
Yeah,
show this.
happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Yeah, you haven't been on yet this year. That's crazy. We have you in the chats. That's where we hold you.
Yes. Yeah, I was on a lot in the fall. Yeah.
Oh yeah, super glad that you're here with us tonight. We get to see you doing some ambidextrous stuff. Hopefully, it's always cool to watch.
All right.
And yeah, so check this out. So Hobbs, regarding that process, like that's super interesting because I don't know when I feel like when I do my roughs or my pencils in general, like I always have like a thumbnail side page, which is like I use my slip sheets from comic book orders, and then I do my pencils, but sometimes like when it gets too messy, it's hard for my brain to like clean it up right there on the page. I think I really do like having like a rough pencil and then doing a pencil over that to like make it clean because then I can visually see it and then it's a lot easier for my brain to process what's going on the page.
Yeah, I mean that's exactly why I do it. It's just it gets so dirty and it gets I have eraser marks. I push too hard sometimes. I'm trying different things out. So then, but the problem is that it looks like there's a lot more on the page, and then when you transfer it, then it doesn't look like there's enough left on the page.
Yeah.
So that's the only problem with doing it this way is that there's a lot of life in all of the marks that you make as you're drawing. But then when you try to distill it to just those like final ink marks, sometimes it loses a little bit of the life that you had in there.
Yeah, I could feel that too. When it comes out, it's like it's almost too clean at that point.
Yeah, exactly. So I think the inking technique has to kind of like accent it, complement it in a way. And I've tried to. That's the other thing. I've tried to get looser with ink. When I first started, I was like super, super, super tight with my inks, and it looked too forced. It looked too stiff. So finding a right inking technique that complements that, I think that helps. But I don't know. Like the process. The problem is the process just takes too long. If you can get away with doing that, you're going a lot faster. I'm ending up spending at least 2 hours extra, beyond what I probably should be spending on a page. And that's like on a good page, it could be 4 extra hours on a page, which is kind of ridiculous if you're tight on time or you're getting paid for a job. So I don't know if it's the best way to do it. It's just, but it works for me.
Yeah, I feel that. It's sacrificing some speed over quality and stuff like that. So I guess it's all intentions and purpose. And if you have the time for it, dude, fucking make it. Do it whatever way works best. What's your estimation? Like, do you have like deadlines for this issue trying to get out, or you're just like, well, you're just happy to get it out this year?
I'll be happy to get it out this year. I don't want to make any deadlines. I feel like it's going to stress me out. Especially, I have other things. I've got another ornament thing, a Renaissance Fair thing in the spring that I'm going to try to do. So I'm trying not to put that on me. But usually, it's like if this is the only thing I'm doing, I think I can do like one issue a year. That's about my rate, which is also super slow.
I mean, it feels slow, but it's like when you're the one doing everything on that issue, I think that's understandable. Anton, what's your turnaround time on stuff? What do you try to aim for? What do you do?
Ideally, if I have only one project going at a time, I can usually get an issue done in about 2 months. But that's like really hunkering down, going for it, and also like no distractions, no other things on the docket. So haven't hit that in a bit because I have had so many different things going on lately. But if I can get into that groove, then I'll get there.
This is what, issue 4 of Zestada?
Zethia.
Zethia, my bad.
Yeah. It's issue 3.
Issue 3. Okay. So have these come out about once a year? I mean, you're traditional. I mean, I think you and Hobbs both do most of your work traditionally in that sense with coloring and everything. But did you do 2 in 1 year?
Well, I made issue 1 and 2 in 1 year, but issue 2 came out last year.
Makes sense.
Kind of delay in time, but yeah.
But you've also had a handful of other new stuff that you put together, and you're working on that tabletop game too, huh?
Yeah. So I'm designing a new tabletop RPG right now that's updating every month on my Patreon, as well as I'm the editor of Lion Cosmique anthology comic from Cosmic Lion. And then I think I put out 3 different mini comics last year and did a bunch of conventions all over. So it was it's been quite a time.
Yeah, that's a lot because I feel like when I saw your table last, I was like, oh, you have like 3 things I don't own, and I saw you less than a year ago.
Yeah.
Do you want to fill people in on any of those new books that you put out?
Yeah, so the first of which was a little bootleg by myself and Manny Gomez called Bebop and Rocksteady Mutant Mosh Pit, which was basically asking the question, what if Bebop and Rocksteady were part of the 80s New York hardcore punk scene? We're on the second printing of that. It was a very fun little romp. And then I have a sword and sorcery short called Pair of Knaves that I debuted at Heroes Con last year, and also a like kind of comedic fantasy book called Wizard Weekend that came out at the end of the year, or fall. Yeah, fall.
That's dope. I love your wizardy. What gets you so into the wizardy stuff? I feel like you have a lot of thematic things that go across your work. You found a good niche that you blend into.
I just like fantasy, you know. I like wizardry. I like whimsy. I'm a big whimsy enjoyer, I guess you could say. But I think just like something I've been realizing
Needs more whims.
Yeah,
More whims than this.
something I've found in the last few years is just like everything feels so intense in the real world, and I feel like I see a lot of people just because of the difficulties of the world losing that sort of like sense of wonder and whimsy and joy that is so important to our well-being. So if I can bring a little bit of that from my imagination into the world, then I think I'm doing something worthwhile.
Yeah. Well said.
Hobbs, do you feel like that's like why do you get drawn to the fantastical realms that you've been creating?
I mean, I think
I feel like you and Anton are very, very similar in that sense.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I've always been drawn to just comedy too, humor. Like that. The other thing that I really enjoy is, besides everything that he said, I don't know, just doing like really goofy stuff, like taking things and turning them upside down. You know, poking fun at everything. Like I grew up with the like wacky packages and Garbage Pail Kids, and that's part of the fun of working in that manner. But also like just not taking things too seriously, keeping that magic in the work that I'm trying to do. And I don't know, like it's hard to put my finger on it. I mean, I also grew up with Dungeons and Dragons and stuff like that, right? So I think that just in general, like that genre really, really appeals to me. The swords and sorcery stuff was always my favorite growing up. So naturally, that's what I want to tell stories, that in that genre. But then, like, put a spin on it, and it makes it even grosser or sillier, or whatever. That kind of makes it something more that I would want to see. For like example, Army of Darkness. When I was growing up, I always thought that was the perfect movie because it had all of the elements that I loved. It was gross. It had some horror elements, but at its heart, I think it was a comedy. So
Yeah.
it was just the most entertaining thing I'd seen in my life when I saw that. So I don't know if that helps. And the other, I guess the art of like all those cartoons from the not the Ralph Bakshi Lord of the Rings, but The Hobbit was produced by Rankin Bass, right? Rankin Bass Hobbit, Rankin Bass Last Unicorn. I feel like those movies were so beautiful, and at the same time they were so goofy and quirky, and the vibe that they produced just like resonated with me. And I wanted to I would love to be able to make something like that.
Yeah, they also did Anton's favorite Lord of the Rings film, Return of the King.
Jesus.
Oh yeah,
Return
of the King.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Oh, yeah.
We putting words in my mouth.
Dude, when Anton was over and I tried to show it to him, and he was literally just like, "Fuck this," and just walked out of the room, and just like left, and just like did not. Eric was hanging out, and Eric's just polite, and he's like, I gave it a shot, like I tried, like, I couldn't do more than just.
That was
That
terrible.
That was goofy.
Frodo of the Nine Fingers and the Ring of Doom. Dude, that soundtrack is.
It has like
else.
four openings.
It's ridiculous. It's rough. It's rough. But no, I get that. You guys get like, were you guys like big like Conan fans too, or like what like fantastical things got you into that genre so much? Besides, I know you just told us the whole thing, Hobbs, but
my mom when I was young. Yeah, when I was really young, my mom read me The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings, so that was pretty major, very core memory. But I'm a big Fafford and the Grey Mouser fan, which is at this point, I guess, depending on the circles, you're in like less known sword and sorcery series than Conan, but it was contemporary to, well, no, it came a little after the original Conans, I suppose, but they're very fun. They got a lot more like silliness to them, which I really like. Like the two main characters are really good foils for each other, and will always kind of put the other in their place when need be. And yeah, that was a big one. I think I just also like, I was from a very young age just always surrounded by movies and comics and just anything that was kind of strange, like storytelling wise. Like I think I just gravitated towards that because I was always just, it was all that kind of stuff was just always around.
that's sick. I feel like I grew up with a bit more of a sci-fi take, and it took like some discovering of fantasy for me.
Mm-hmm.
But I've always been like attracted and like hyped for it. It was like a second tier thing on my level of interest for some reason.
Yeah.
I don't know why either. And that's not to like lessen it in my preferences of any sort. It was just not as exposed as much, I think, as a kid. But like
Yeah.
being a wizard's the coolest thing you could be. So like, it's
It is pretty sick, you know.
so like when you guys choose your D&D characters, what do you guys how do you guys work that? What
Monk.
appeals to you? Monk.
That's all I play now. I just play monk.
Oh, I love that.
I think it's out of sheer laziness. Like back in the day, like I would have all the books and I would check the classes and like how to make this, how to make that, and I had some much more colorful characters, I think. But as an adult, I don't want to learn rules. So, and
Yeah.
it sounds pretty horrible, but like that's the truth. It's just like I don't have enough time.
Is that what it is? Being an adult with no rules thing?
The processing on Dungeons and Dragons is unbelievable. Like
Yeah.
it takes
real.
forever. And as a kid, you memorize all that stuff. At least I did. Like we all had like page numbers memorized. You could just flip to it. You knew exactly where to go. And the times I've played recently, it's just everybody's just reading, and we're just constantly reading. And then a combat will take 3 or 4 hours, and that's it. Game's over.
Edition keeps changing.
Yeah, and then they keep changing editions, and
Mhm.
I don't know. It's a young man's game.
Yeah, I've moved away from D&D itself the last couple of years, largely because of all of that. Like it's so dense with different rules and how those rules interact with each other and everything, and I just don't care about those like little nitty-gritty things anymore. Like I used to. I used to love to like find all those little weird edge cases to things and whatnot. But it's like after playing a bunch, especially getting into campaigns that go like super high level, it's just like, this is bogging everything down. I'm gonna go play some other RPGs that are at least like more light on rules, faster to pick up. So I've been playing in a game called His Majesty the Worm that does have a few kind of crunchy parts, but largely is more simple. So that's been a lot of fun. I just like coming up with weird characters, I guess, on the original question about this. Like, I always prefer to find a different way of having a character that goes against the niche or the like the memes of that kind of character class. Like the first time I ever played, I was bard. Instead of being the stereotypical horny bard, I was the insufferable music nerd bard.
I love that. Love that so much.
Yeah. So any weird angle I can come up with for a character is where I find a lot of the joy these days.
Yeah, I think that's a big thing with D&D too, is like you just like you have to kind of try to find a way to understand enough and then just turn your brain off and just enjoy it. Like when you get so embedded into like all the details and all that type of stuff, it can really kill it for you to an extent.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the little short one that you brought over when you came over, I think that was like one of the coolest ones because I was like, oh, this is simple. It's quick in and out. Like you can have fun with it and enjoy it, and then that's it. You don't got to overcomplicate things.
Yeah, Mothership. That's one of my favorites.
That was a lot of fun.
That was great. That was a lot of fun. I like how it starts off real serious and kind of scary, and I was like, how can I make this about weed?
And you did.
Yeah,
It worked out great.
you guys have succeeded on all counts, and you all survived.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a feat in Mothership.
It's because we were all thinking clearly. That's why. So I'm doing this like 18 panel grid right here, in this little section. How like precise are you guys with your panels? Are you guys just like, you know what, this feels right?
Keep it to
Go
this
all over the place.
grid.
Yeah, I'm trying to be like a little precise, but I'm also trying to be like a little loose about it too. You know what I mean? Give it some personality.
You have to hold this up and hating the squares and rectangles yet.
Oh, was that? You sound a little muffled on that one.
Oh, have you ever heard this thing? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, you sound great now.
Have you heard Stephen Bissett? Who did Tyrant and Swamp Thing and all that
Oh,
stuff?
yeah. I love
He has
this.
like a hatred of the grid, so he tries to do anything but squares and anything but rectangles. So that
Ooh, yeah.
finds them boring. But I mean, when you're Stephen Bissett, you can kind of make anything work. So like,
Yeah.
so more power to him. But I need the grid.
Do you guys like break out the rulers and you guys get real exact and everything? Or are you guys
Oh,
just like, you know what? Kind of doing right now.
Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
depends on what you're going for, though. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
because a strict grid is gonna give a certain feeling, versus like making up a grid on this, or like freehanding something is gonna feel a lot different.
Mhm.
But it really helps for like small panels to be precise, because it adds that structure and clarity for the reader to like
Oh, okay.
follow it better.
That makes sense.
But yeah, freehand stuff is fun, but it gives a sense of like chaos or messiness or instability, right, in the story.
I really wish I need one of those things where it's a bunch of just like circles and squares and shit, so I could just like make
Template?
perfect circles for that yellow template thing. All I have is this bent red ruler and this protractor I found right now.
I think for the most part you can freehand circles. You just set up a square and then
I was
circle in that.
seeing Jesse Lonergan do some panels, and I was just like, "Oh, did you just freehand all your stuff? Like, you let those squiggly lines pop up."
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, he's
Nice,
fun.
Sebastian.
Sebastian, my boy.
Dude, yeah, straight up.
I met Jesse Lonergan at SPX because he's pals with Tony McMillan, who I'm friends with. And then Tony was like, "Oh, this is my friend Jesse," and I was like, "Wait, what's his last name?" And he's like, "Lonergan." I'm like, "Oh, you're good. You're real good."
Yeah,
But
he's a good dude.
He's just a dude. Cool.
Jesse's so awesome. I've been talking to him more. We started kind of connecting at New York Comic Con, and he did a print. He did a run with CWS, and I was setting up his next order with us, and we were seeing when he could come on Inspired Ink and do a little chat, or if he wants to come on the live drawing show.
Yeah.
So yeah, great dude, super great dude. I was just like, hey, here's a couple of my comics for you to check out. And he's like, hey, take a couple of mine. So we traded, and I was like, that's sweet.
Yeah, he's one of the inspirations why I'm doing some traditional pages and inks and stuff, because he does such a good job with that.
Mhm.
Yeah, big inspo.
I haven't posted this yet, but I just finished a piece for him for Drome, the graphic
Oh,
novel we
nice.
did last.
Yeah, it's in my living room right now. I think a book, dude. That was fucking great.
It's so
That was really
good.
great. Lex got me a cool little bookcase for Christmas, like a bookshelf, and it like lights up and everything. And I was like, oh, this looks like perfect where I put Jerome at, because it was just sitting out there. And I'm like,
Oh,
nice.
yeah. Yeah,
Dude, that
here's-
looks great. Oh wow.
Little sneak preview.
Oh, dang.
Damn. Sick.
Wow.
There you go. It was a fun one to work on.
It's kind of funny, like when you look at pages like that, like you could look at it all as one piece, or you could go panel by panel and just like
Mhm.
kind of feel out the story. And it's really interesting when you kind of like take a step back and slow down and see it like that. God,
Yeah.
that freaking thing looks great, Anton. Jeez.
Thank you.
So, what do you use to color?
All sorts of stuff. So on here, I've got marker, gouache, acrylic ink. A lot of what I do now when I'm doing paint is a mixture of gouache and acrylic ink, as opposed to just gouache and water. It gives a much different feel to it, and I can usually get things in fewer coats much faster, and just like the vibrancy is always really poppy, which I really like. But yeah, I switch back and forth between various things pretty consistently. There's also, there's like collage elements here and everything.
Ooh. That's crazy. I love that total mixed media approach you're able to do.
Thank you.
Sebs, you're just gonna knock over stuff. I know you are, dude. Trying to get these little panels measured out. I always try to measure out my panels for the most part. That's what I was asking too. I try to give it. Oh my god, dude, that's not a good spot to lay down, but sure. You get off, my guy. You get off. Getting fur everywhere. Sebs. Sebs. Now I know. Sebs. I love you.
Seb.
It's so funny these cats like force their way into my life, and like I was like, I just have to like make a show out of you guys at this point. Like you guys are
For real.
Go 1, 2, 3. 4.
Yeah, I measure out my panels, but as this page is a good example of, I do a lot of just playing around with layout and space between panels and everything, depending on exactly what's going on and what I'm trying to evoke.
I'm gonna fit like 6 panels in this little row, and I'm like having to adjust the math on it, and I hate that part. I think that's why I hate being specific, because like the breakdown aspect, I kind of hate processing, especially live on air. It's not the funnest. Or I could do it like this. If I just figured this out. Are any of you guys planning on going to IC3 this year?
I would love to. I don't. When is it? It's late in the year, right?
Yeah, it's supposed to be September 26th, I believe.
Something like that sounds right.
Where is it?
Providence, Rhode Island.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I would love to go, but I mean, I'm not sure if I can. But that's the one show that I remember last year thinking, oh man, I wish I had gone to that show, because it seemed like there's so many people that I wanted, to meet and see their work. There was really good like workshop type stuff. I ended up watching a lot of what they put on YouTube. Some good things about comic shops and how to have a relationship with comic shops. I don't know. It seemed like a fantastic con.
Yeah, a lot of really good.
Especially for
It was a
for
lot
a
of
one
fun.
day. For a 1 day con, it's totally worth it, I think. Like they make it really worth it to like be there for that 1 day, and you're like, oh shit. The talks were great at IC3. Connor Byrne. Yeah, dude, honestly, like, and that was it's one of those things. It's like a community engagement type of show where you're like, I just kind of have to show up to like meet people, if anything, you know.
Mhm. I'd say the only issue from last year that I had was that because it's such a short amount of time and there's so many people that you want to talk to, you are only going to get snippets of time with everybody if you're really trying to
Oh,
go for
hands
it.
down, hands down. That was the roughest part for me, I think.
Mhm.
There was a lot of people who were just like, yeah, let's hang right now. And then like I just never saw them again.
Yeah.
There were definitely moments where I just totally walked away from my table because I saw somebody's name tag, and I was like, "Oh, it's you from the internet. I like your stuff." And then I'm just talking to them, and then just walk away with them. And luckily, I went with some friends of mine who could kind of like stay at the table, but I disappeared for 45 minutes at a time sometimes.
Oh, dude, Aaron, you and me like said hi in passing. I was walking by your table, and you were
Yeah.
someone. I was just like, "Yeah, dude, I'll be back." And then like I never saw you again the rest of the show.
Yeah, that happened to me too. We were in an elevator together, and we were like, "Oh hey, it's you. I follow you." And then that was the extent of it for that show.
To be people of mystery, passing,
Yeah.
like ships passing in the night.
Hmm.
But like that, I feel like there's more of a connection with IC3 people than other shows. Like I don't know why. Like I feel like the follow up and the experience was like, oh, you were there, I was there too, dude. That's crazy. We didn't see each other, but like you're bonded at that point. Um, it literally is one of the craziest shows for one day. I'm curious because it's not in Connecticut now, and when you get in the habit of being in a place for a show and then you switch venues or cities, I'm curious to see the reception in Providence. I don't think it would be worse. I'm hoping it'd be stronger because of that area and being next to Boston, but we'll see.
Yeah, hard to say. I don't know the Providence scene.
Yeah, I don't know the Boston Providence area at all. But I think applications go up next week, from what I recall from our show, my convo with Kazra on Monday.
Weird.
Yeah.
I think because it does have a close connection to the cartoonist kayfabe ringside seats. At least that show does for me, because a lot of the people involved with that are the people who helped put it on, like Matt Sardo and everybody. So it's like the get together of all these people who did like these online drawing things for years and years from the pandemic. And it was like a family reunion of like
yeah, it seemed like that.
Yeah, you haven't met in person, but you already know them, which is kind of wild. Like I'll never forget when I got to the lobby of the hotel for the first time, and like Eli was also checking in, and I was like, "Oh hey," and I like went in for the handshake, and Eli doesn't do the handshake; he just goes for the hug, and I'm like, I'm gonna remember this for the rest of my life.
That was my experience for the first year, because so many of the folks that I've known since pandemic were all there as well. But that was the first time we had met. Even myself and Ro Higashi, who we live in the same like metropolitan area, and it took both of us going to Connecticut to actually meet in person.
That's wild. Ro was so cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was the weird part, is like meeting people I've interviewed and being like, oh crap.
Mm-hmm.
We've spoken many times, but never seen you like this.
Right.
Pretty great.
Yeah, it was so funny. Yeah, after like 4 years of knowing people only online, all of us were like, wow, most of us are roughly the same height. We never would have expected that.
Dude, I thought Eric Allred was like 6'5", man. Like I thought
7'8" average. 7'8"
No.
average, right? Small Goliath.
Oh no, it's no, never mind. It's Ben. It's
Ben.
Ben.
You thought he was so tall. I was like, no.
Yeah, and I thought you were like shorter. I thought you were like Ben's height. You guys like were mixed up in my head, and then to find out you're like normal height. I don't know. I'm 5'9". I'm not that tall or anything.
Yeah,
but like
I'm normal height.
Yeah,
Whatever.
like 5'10" or so. You're like a little taller than me, I think. Ben is just slightly shorter, and I was like, "What? Like, I can't process this. It looks like Ben looked like an edited image every time I looked at him." It's like, it doesn't make sense in my brain. Like,
He carries himself as a much taller man.
yeah, I guess so, man.
He has the energy of
Yeah,
Tall energy.
yeah, it's tall dude energy.
That's the name of my synth pop band.
Heck yeah. And that was the first time that we met. Brandon.
Yeah, yeah. It's
That's
crazy.
crazy.
Just invited you into my house.
Yeah, I could
It's
have.
like, you sleep here. You and Anton could have robbed me blind. Gamed up on me, taking my cats.
We drove all that way just to steal cats.
Just to steal cats. Not Sebastian. Sebastian's still chilling with me.
I mean, me and Sebastian have a special connection, though.
Yeah, yeah. hands down. It was beautiful. I think that's a cool thing that cons like that like do for people. Like it's given us a chance. It's weird, you know what I mean? Because like, so COVID happened, and it gave a lot of people time and energy to work on their craft, and a lot of people that got to do that were people like in their from what I've seen mostly, you know what I mean? Were people that like were having a craving because they never had the opportunity to make comics before. So it was people in their like late 20s and their 30s, 40s, like 50s or so, like pushing the attempt to make comics for the first time. And there was a boom between 2020 to like 2022, full of creators making books for the first time, going out there and doing their thing and learning the con circuits. And like I feel like more cons probably were created. I would like to see that. I would like to see how many cons were created post-pandemic versus pre-pandemic, because I'm not too sure pre-pandemic at all and what that landscape was like. Or like the success of indie creators between now and then. That'd be a cool thing to like do research and like get insight on. Because after 2022, more people started going back into the office. Or there was like a burnout or a realization of like what it took to make comics. And then so like that was 2022 to like 2024, and now 2025 into 26 are all the people I feel like that made it through that are now still going, and we've shedded off a lot of people who like just can't do it, just like they couldn't do it pre-pandemic, but how many people actually still push past that aspect and continue making comics is interesting to me. Because I feel like it's the world is now in another shift where there's a tightening on everything.
Mm-hmm.
And so like comics and like creation starts to suffer because of that sometimes too. For a lot of people.
Yeah.
Certainly.
I don't know. There's something there. Like I want to see like where that's a lot of the old. I would say like the older demographic in comic creators, but I want to see like what the younger creators are doing more of, because we have such a big influx in our area of like the image influence, and I want to know what influenced like creators that were being brought up into the 2000s.
I don't know, man.
Besides,
I was gonna say,
manga.
yeah. Well, manga is the big one, and just watching anime, right, is where that
Right.
stemmed from. But for me, it wasn't that way. Like, it wasn't manga that brought me in. It was like Bone when I was a young kid, and like going to book fairs and picking up Bone whenever I could, and then chancing on like Hellboy stuff. But I don't know, man. It's weird. I almost feel like the big ticket for my demographic was like animation, right? I think that's what everybody was actually chasing, was animation and cartoons and stuff, and not necessarily comics.
That makes a lot of sense too.
Yeah, because I mean, like, that's what everybody was going to school for when I was going to college and stuff. Everybody was going for animation. And then with everything that's happened in the animation industry, I think a lot of people dropped out but still wanted to make stuff. And so they did comics because it's the accessible medium.
Makes sense too, yeah.
You know, it's funny.
That was a
Actually,
big thing is like the accessibility of comics, or what people perceive as accessibility was a big push for that too, I feel.
Yeah, it's funny. Matt Emmons literally had the same exact story as I was just telling. He wanted to do animation. He had Gardner was his like thesis animation film project in school, and then realized it took too much time and energy and effort to do it all as one person. So he made a graphic novel.
That's it. There you go.
Yeah,
That's cool. I mean, when you pull it off well, that's cool too. Because I just got off of a project with a guy that like was trying to make a movie and trying to make a comic, and it was the worst experience we've ever had for any of us, and it was pretty sad. It's cool when they have a passion behind it instead of just trying to be an IP farm, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, when I was really little, the first job I thought I wanted to do was animation. This is early 90s. It was because of Batman animated series, but I've rapidly switched to wanting to do comics because realizing how many more drawings I have to do to successfully make anything animated. And that was like right as 3D animation was coming in for the first time. And I was not interested in making that.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, as much as I do, like some 3D animation, it's just like, nah, that's not for me. I want to draw on paper.
Word.
Well, yeah, that was another thing. I'm not like a big computer guy. Like I've never been a big like I'm gonna learn this technology and master it and whatnot. And I'm just like, well, I'd rather just put pen to paper or figure that stuff out. You know what I mean? Like I want to work with my hands in a lot of ways.
Yeah. I need that.
And that's I don't know. Yeah, I know it's not for everybody, but that's just like what's always appealed a bit more for me. And I guess that stems from being a musician in a lot of cases, I guess.
Yeah, that definitely it's got to be part of it.
Did I mess this up? Ooh. Oh, I did. Oh, no wonder, man. See, like I messed up my lines and I just noticed, and it's blue line's like kind of a pain in the ass to erase too, which kind of sucks.
Yeah, blue line and red, basically any like color lead. I think that they have like most of them typically have like some like of a waxy makeup, so it makes it very difficult to properly erase everything.
Kind of have to be a little precise with your stuff in that sense,
Mm-hmm.
Which pisses me off sometimes. So I'm not.
well, it's because blue line was never meant to be erased. It was just meant to be scanned out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like it's like one of those things. It's like I just gotta remember I'm gonna make edits to it, but like to making these edits weird right now. I have to shift all these panels over just a hair,
It's all good. The first thing I started inking was the thing that was probably like penciled the weakest, like the back hind legs of this dog in a spacesuit. Like it's got some problems, but like for some reason I started there and then I was trying to fix it. And I was like, what am I doing? There's like a whole rest of the page. I don't need to fixate on that. But I devoted like 10 minutes to it.
When do you guys realize you need to stop working on a certain spot and move on?
I've redrawn it enough times that I'm mad.
feel that.
Or if I don't know what something looks like, I'll just move on too.
That's smart.
Like I don't know what I'm doing down here. Like I don't know what these people are gonna look like. So I put in the speech balloons because I knew what was gonna be there, right? But I need more time to figure out what I want those people to look like. So I just started inking what I know I like to give myself time.
Smart.
I find myself just staring at a section for a long time, and that's a very clear sign to myself of like, oh, I don't want to work on this part because I haven't figured it out. So let's just not think about that part right now.
I kind of did that with this one, and it helped me a little bit too, because I was like trying to figure out this like standout panel spot I want to do where it looks like it's like all one image type of thing, but it's all broken up. But there's like stuff moving in it, and I was just trying to figure out like the how to make that work with panels. You know what I mean? But I think I got it. I think it's going to be kind of interesting the way I have to split stuff up. But I don't know. Hopefully it works. I still don't fully see it, which still kind of frustrates me. It was like that sketch cover I did last weekend. I couldn't see, like I knew what I wanted on the page and the pose, but it just was not like adding up as I was trying to draw it. It just was not working out. And I was like, wow, dude, I think I was drawing too big or I needed more room, one of the two. And after working for digital for like over like a month or two, I was getting a little spoiled on like how much I can edit stuff.
For sure. Like I'm feeling on this is digital pencils and I'm inking it, and there's just not the same ability at this scale to go in and do the super fine lines. But
Right? Yeah, I feel that.
But that's part of the reason why I wanted to do it, because I think it'll reproduce smaller better.
I think that's what's fun about traditional is that it kind of makes you accept things a lot more. Or just problem solve a bit more than doing digital all the time. And that worked out perfect now. Nice. Kind of. All right. Yeah, I was gonna do these small squares and then these larger circles, I guess. I need something that's slightly smaller than the circle I'm currently using, which is shitty. Oh my god, I didn't realize how much ink fell on the floor.
Shit.
Oh, dude, that shit's all dry now too. Well, fuck, man. What's bound to happen? It'll come off one day, I hope.
It's all India ink.
Yeah.
If you get the like acrylic ink pen cleaner, that should get most of it out. Also, I've used isopropyl alcohol.
Oh, cool.
That helps
Makes sense.
sometimes. Yeah, my floors often get paint and ink all over them, so I've had to do a bunch of things.
No, it's good. That's why we do this live, so I could get answers from everybody. The circle will work. Yeah, I really wish I had one of those clear things, but you do what you can. And today's one of those rough episodes where I'm just like trying to like figure out like what I'm doing, so it's hard to be like hyped and excited to like ask you guys a whole bunch of questions because I'm like,
I know I'm pretty sure like for a few weeks now you've been like, damn, I hate doing pencils on air, and then you've always like,
dude, I know, man. It's always. I'm gonna change the day we do the show so I could like switch things up on my schedule. You know what I mean?
or you need to do we need to do an inking episode like we did like episode 1 where we've just got one person's pencils and we're
Oh yeah, we should do that just to like switch things up a little bit. That'd be a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
That could be an interesting exercise for sure.
That'd be fun.
That or another back to basics episode just to get everyone just to do like we run like a little class for one episode, you know?
yeah.
And we all just do exercises for 2 hours.
I love it because I'm about to do my comics unit with some classes soon.
That Doom Patrol piece for the very first episode was a fun one to ink.
Dude, yeah, that Doom Patrol piece was so cool. I would love to see how I do stuff like that now too. That was like my first attempt at inking ever, man.
Yeah, I've
I
got
had a
mine
couple.
somewhere.
I should have mine. See, yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Ooh. I don't know where mine's at.
Using the classic parallel pen at this time
Mm-hmm.
and some toothbrush spatter.
I gotta do some of that soon.
Oh, I got this. I gotta do some. I got black ink all over it. You can see it's splashed all over that. But I got the acrylics, so I gotta do some splatter on that back cover I did.
Heck yeah.
Speaking of, if you want this book, Spilled Ink Year 1, murderofmagpies.org or artofmf.com, both of them will be there. But yeah, this has all the stuff from the first year of Spilled Ink.
I gotta edit that. I was working on it recently too.
When is the anniversary of your spilled ink?
First week of May, I believe.
Damn, we're almost on year 2 already?
Yeah, man, it's insane.
Well, almost on year
Insane.
3. I mean, we're halfway
Yeah.
through year 2.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? That's so crazy.
Yeah, dude.
We're on episode what, 81? This is. Yep.
Oh,
Wild.
Epic. And it's just grown too. Like this is probably one of the slowest nights we've had in a few weeks, but like the show's grown a lot. It's kind of crazy when I see some of the views sometimes.
Yeah, here I just found my inked version of the Doom Patrol.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
The Doom Patrol, like your font is really cool. The way you colored that did.
There you go.
Sick.
I think it's pretty, like, even from day 1, it was pretty incredible what we were able to do in just 2 hours, you know?
Yeah, hands down. I think always. Like it's really surprising. The show's been great. Dude, I've learned so much. Gosh. Like I would have never I did not know how to draw before I started the show. I would just like kind of doodle, you know what I mean? Because it's weird how Spilled Ink is a reincarnation of a show I did on Apollo. With me and my friend Danny. And we would draw just once a week, but that only lasted like 12 episodes or something, you know? It wasn't a lot. But we would go on for like 3 hours, I think. Like it was real lonely then. So it was like a long show. I think we did from like 6 to 9 or something crazy, or like 7 to 10 or something like wild like that. But it's cool. It's also great seeing everyone's growth on this show, man. I've seen so many creators. I mean, from like Aaron and like, having Hobbs on so much and Roman and whatnot. Like it's really cool seeing what everyone tries to has done and produced.
Agreed.
That was me and Max's original idea. Was trying to get a zine or something of everyone's contributions, but that gets real hard.
Yeah, this got hard.
Like how we got Max's head.
You definitely have friends that can help. We all can help in some way.
That's true.
You want a contribution piece.
Yeah, no, yeah. It's more of the bandwidth to fit that in with everything else than it is to actually do it. It's more of just having to put the thought into it. But we're gonna do something soon. I know we are. Especially with the fact that we could put stuff up and sell it and help people out and get some royalties and whatnot, and comped issues and things like that. There's a couple things we want to plan to help out creators so they could utilize it too. Or even put it as POD, you guys can all get that option from it. So
Yeah, I still think it'd be really cool to do a big coffee table art book.
yeah, hands down.
With sourcing everybody's stuff. But yeah, it'd be a process for sure.
Yeah, and it's something I'd want to get Max involved with heavily and being all right, so we're gonna work on this for a bit and do this and etc. Okay, so I gotta figure out this paneling real fast. So I'm gonna have two guys. I want to put two people. One person is shooting here and one person's shooting here, but then their bullets are going to be in the panels. So clearly one's going to miss, but you're going to realize that one did get the guy and the guy will be dead here. I think that makes sense in my head. We'll find out if it makes sense on paper. I don't know if I'm going to do this right.
That's look at Western paneling for that.
Yeah, right. You know what I mean? That's what I should have done.
I sort of did that in the Family Man. I wonder here towards the end. Let's see. Yeah, I showed both of their faces and then running at each other.
Yeah.
And then you see the one bail and then the other one gets away.
I see with this triangle shaped panel. I need a bookmark to do this right. Shape it well. And this is why we have lo-fi. All right, there we go. Hell yeah. Ooh. And then I'm gonna do this dude over here. Is that in there? That in there. That in there. How far does that go out? This space over. There's 2.5 inches or 1.5 inches.
This is a Buddhist temple right now compared to our news cycle in the world.
Yeah.
It's also kind of nice too. I think about it, it's like kind of nice and peaceful. We're all happy. We're all just like drawing stuff together. Not a care in the world. It's the mental break we on. Ah, see, I didn't want to do it that direction. I wanted to do that direction. I fucked up, dude. I got too involved with that. God damn it. All
That's
right,
funny
so
because it's like so
here's.
peaceful and temple, and we're all happy. Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm just. Straight up, dude. All right, yeah. So I have to do this here, and then this guy goes like this. Dude, I might like light box this entire panel layout because of how messy this is getting.
Sometimes you just got to Brian Bolland it.
How so?
What you remember? He did like his deluxe edition of Killing Joke, where he like went back and like redrew panels and recolored the whole thing.
I did not like that recoloring either. I felt
That's
like it took away
that's the
so
George
much.
Lucas method.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know it's kind of poking the bear by bringing that up.
Dude, like I have a friend, Alex, the guy that runs Apollo with me. We're both like really big Star Wars fans, but we don't talk about Star Wars with each other at all whatsoever. We're just two different types of Star Wars fans, which we do not agree on a lot of stuff, and it's so funny. We've like learned that we set that border with our that boundary with our relationship, where we just don't bring up Star Wars stuff for the most part, unless we know like, oh, the other person does like this.
I only have one recent opinion about Star Wars. It's about the Book of Boba Fett. Is the power speeder chase with like all the bright color speeders should have been slower.
Huh.
You know what I'm talking about?
Listen, yeah, I think so. Gosh, I haven't seen Book of Boba Fett in a minute, but yeah, I try to forget
People
that show.
were talking about that and like complaining about. I think this must have been at my local comic shop, and I was trying to agitate them. So they're just talking about how the chase was so slow, and I was like, it should have been slower. It's
Amazing.
been like a David Lynch movie when like Bob's jumping over the couch, except everyone's on a motorcycle.
Yeah. Yeah. I can see that.
Too bad we never got that Return of the Jedi by David Lynch.
Dude, right? That would have been insane. That would have been a story.
Would have been a different movie.
That's definitely a way to put it. Honestly, his Dune would have been really freaking good. I want to see the like. That's the director's cut I want. Is the '70s Dune.
The Jodorowsky.
Oh, that one too. But like David Lynch's
Yeah, the
Dune
80s
was like
Dune. I love that one. Yeah,
yeah.
I
that
think
was-
it's
that
way
was,
better than this new. Yeah, Lynch's
I don't know
Dune.
about
Dude, Lynch's Darth Vader without the mask on would have been awesome.
Oh, I bet. Unfortunate about Lynch's Dune was like it was a 4-hour movie that
Yeah.
he cut down to 3 hours, and then the studio cut down to 2 hours,
Yeah.
and it just becomes so visually epic and awesome and so cool. You know what I mean? Like too rad. You know, like and 100% it has way more flavor than like the current Dune and whatnot. But like storytelling wise, they chopped up so much. And I remember I like got up to like put something down in the kitchen, which was like connected to my living room, and I came back and I felt like I missed like the biggest chunk of like the movie to make whatever I was watching make sense at that moment. I was like, what the fuck is going on? I gotta rewatch it. I've only seen it once.
I
It's been a
like
while.
visual flavor though. It does have way more visual flavor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I recommend locking yourself in a shed with a projector and burning spice candles and taking psychedelics, and don't come out till you're done.
Oh yeah. I bet then it's a life-changing experience.
Yeah.
Like,
The thing that you're never gonna get from the Denis Villeneuve Dunes is Patrick Stewart going into a battle holding a pug.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, if you couldn't love Patrick Stewart anymore than running into battle with a pug, that takes it over the top.
I forget he was even in that, dude. Like,
It's like Gurney Halleck.
yeah, exactly. Crazy. Oh, damn. Okay, I have an idea. This is gonna be cool. All right, I think I know what I'm doing on this like bottom panel. So check this out. So I don't know if you could see this light makes everything so bright, and I'm using blue line. So I had like a rectangle, right? And I have like a high triangle here, and I have a high triangle down here, and this middle space I kind of divided into two. So I'm gonna have a stormtrooper like on the ground, like taking a shot, and then you're gonna see his bullet go through this second panel, and then this bottom panel right here is gonna be like our heroes that are actually shooting this way at our stormtrooper, and when you get to this top corner panel, it's gonna be the stormtrooper shot. So like he's alive here, and then he's dead over here, and the shots are happening in the middle.
Yeah, go for it.
See if that works. This is a fucking crazy panel layout. If I pull this off, it's gonna be sick though. It's gonna be fucking cool. I also got to do the font up top, which is I'm doing like an angled curve. So that's gonna be kind of tough. We'll find out how that works.
Just trust in the forces.
Oh. I might actually like draw my panels now, so it's just like clear in my head already. Like black them out. Like ink them. Do you guys ink your panels and then do your pencils, or do you do all your inking at once?
Right now, I'm doing everything else first, and I'll do panels last.
Oh, really? Huh.
I don't know if that's a good choice, but it's what I'm doing.
That's cool though. What about the rest of y'all?
Depends.
I do
for
the same
me.
thing.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I ink the panels last. I ink everything else, and then the finishing touches, doing the panel lines. And that way, if I went over the panel with any of my inking, then I can catch it with my panel lines.
Oh. Do you like thicken them up or adjust them to size better?
Yeah, I mean, I freehand it, so I draw it in pencil, or I use a T-square initially, so they're super straight. But then when I ink my panels, I do it, freehand with a brush, and it gives it like that wobbly, organic sort of look, and I can kind of catch any of my mess ups that way, and make it not look, intentional.
I love that.
If I'm doing mixed media like this, I won't ink my borders right out the gate. I mean, Zethia, I almost never do ink borders.
True, huh?
Most of those are just like white, full white edges, no holding line. But if I am doing more traditional, like pen and ink only, then I'll definitely do most of the panel borders inked prior.
Huh.
And I have zero process because I'm still trying to fucking figure this out. So I just ink everything at the end and I paint over my pencils. But I don't know. Because I'm just using watercolor, I can still see everything, and yeah.
Right. Watercolor and graphite work together really well.
Is that just what you use with watercolor, Eric?
Yeah, I mean, I did the first issue of OS Shorties because Outer Space is drawn by Jackie Venturini. Looks a lot different than this, whatever this is here. But I did the coloring for OS Shorties 1 with digitally, and I just hated that experience. That was very terrible. I don't have a stylus or anything, so I was just using a fucking mouse the entire time.
Hey, don't cuss.
Okay. Just using a mouse the entire time, and then ever since that I just moved into colored pencils and doing watercolors because it already looks kind of like playful and kiddie at that, so that's what I'm just leaning into.
Well, Brian Boland only uses his mouse. So,
okay.
Does he legit only use his mouse?
He's been doing that since the 90s, which is insane. Just like, how?
It's terrible. It's a terrible experience.
Yeah, he's an absolute madman for that.
I went to college with this guy. He's way more talented than me. He went to work on stuff at Blizzard. But he used to say that drawing with a mouse is like drawing with a potato.
Really?
Yeah.
I see that.
I tell the kids that I teach, like, because I do graphic stuff. I try to get the drawing tablets out to them. They're like, try this. You're going to like it. It has pressure sensitivity. And I had one kid who was like, no, I will never try this. I will only use the mouse. And I was like, really? Okay.
That's crazy. I can imagine using a mouse for that, dude. That would suck so much.
No, that's why I just moved into just being sloppy with watercolors. So
There you go.
I have this really cool little watercolor like portable thing I got, and that's what I use for that skull head cover.
Oh, yeah.
It's just this little thing. It comes with a little brush. It's all portable and shit. I don't know if that's what you use. Doug Knight gave this to me actually.
I have like a tablet like that, and then I just have like a bunch of watercolor pens that I just fuck with or mess with.
So let me divide 15 lines up into this. Oh. 1 by 15, 1.4. So we have a thing. It's here. 1.4. One point. This is ridiculous. Crap. 1.4. How precise are you guys when you guys do your lettering or fonts and whatnot? Or do you guys? What's your process?
Depends on what I'm doing, but like this one, I didn't do a guide at all, just because I'm not really worried about it, and I wanted stuff to be sideways, and it's like I can do it pretty intuitively now. But when I was first doing hand lettering, I was very particular about it. And I had, going from the first time I did hand lettering to like the Family Man and some of my later lettering stuff, like it's a world of difference. Just knowing how to set up your guides properly and how to do italics and how to do bolds and stuff.
Dude, I suck at hand lettering. I feel I'm like so rough at it.
I think
I think it's because when I scanned it in, they didn't look as clear as I wanted them to. You know what I mean? And that's something I got to work on is that legibility.
yeah. You know what's a good exercise for that is literally just copying balloons from other comics.
Oh, I should. I got to do that more. I got to trace some stuff just to like get a feel for it.
Yeah.
I think when I do comics, I'm literally going to have kids do that with speech bubbles because that's always the weakest thing that they do.
Yeah, man, I mean, it's been heavily said it's the most overlooked thing when you're trying to like learn comics most of the time. It's not until you you know about comics, you're like, oh, whoa, this is like super mega important.
Yeah. Just copy a Watchmen page and you'll be all right.
Yeah.
Dude. Well, you know what? It's kind of cool you say that. I got this really rad book kind of recently too. I think it's on my dresser right. Yeah, it's fucking huge. It's a Chip Kid book, but it's Watching the Watchmen.
Yeah, I've got that.
Yeah, man. And it's this big guy right here. But dude, I love how you open it up and the first thing is like this giant who makes the world. You know what I mean? Like that's so cool. There's a lot to like study in this. That's really fascinating. Even the thumbnails, and I love seeing these processes, these sketches. And like I love seeing the thumbnail and then comparing it to the page. I think that's so cool.
Yeah, it's a great book.
Chip Kid is amazing, man.
Yeah.
Meeting him this year was like a highlight. Like I wish he was fucking cool to talk to. It was real brief, but he was great.
You're the first person I've ever heard say meeting him was a good experience.
Really? Oh,
yeah,
wow,
I've heard a lot of people say like they've met him and he was not great to them.
Honestly, like we had a great conversation. He just like got pulled aside to some other people, and I was like, I get that. Like we're at a fucking award ceremony, and everyone's trying to talk to you. But I walked up to him, and I fucking had a quick convo, and I was like, you do some cool shit, whatnot. And I was like, I do this, and we talked for a few minutes, and it was good shit. I don't know. That sucks. Happy.
Yeah, I mean, it's always like tough. Like, maybe there's certain days that. You're just not on your game. You're not as friendly as you'd like to be, or there's so many circumstances. But
he was also really drunk when I met him, so
that could have.
That could have wasn't.
He was pretty polite to me when I met him, and I was talking. We were talking about music, and somehow New Order got brought up, and that's like one of my favorite bands of all time. And he was nice to me when I was wrong about when the album Brotherhood came out. But I insisted I was right. But he's like, no, I'm pretty sure it's this time. And he was actually alive during that time, so I should have just gone with what he said. But I was wrong, and he was still kind of nice. So, I can see that now. But he came to my school to promote. He did a book. He's done 2 books. He did a book called The Cheese Monkeys, and then a book called The Learners. And he came to promote The Learners, and that had a cover by Charles Burns. And with my capstone class, actually, for undergrad, is you could compete with other students to like get one of these jobs. And I created the promotional materials that our college used for the learners when Chip Kid came. So I basically won by like ripping off Charles Burns. So but if you're gonna rip somebody off, so this will be Charles Burns.
Yeah, you could do worse.
Yeah.
This time on Comics and Confessions.
Yeah.
I mean, and I kind of, in some ways, I still am trying to rip off Charles Burns. And failing horribly, but I'm trying.
Dude, who did I get Charles Burns mixed up with on that one episode? I forgot. We were talking about
Was it-
something.
Was it Klaus?
I think I got him and Klaus mixed up completely, and we were having an entire conversation, and I was just like, "What?" Like, it was
I
like
mean,
mind blown.
That's
Was I on that episode? That sounds familiar.
That's an easy one to make, though. They are
Um,
very similar in a lot of ways.
I could see that. Fuck, dude, this didn't work out right. I don't know what I messed up wrong. I guess I could mess around with my spacing on the words, though. Let me see here. Sorry, I distracted the hell out of me. Trying to be a good host.
Look
But
what
also
it
show
got
the-
you.
Also, going through the difficulties of making comic books right now because this didn't add up right with my math that I did with this. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. So that means this guy could be cut a little bit shorter. I'm gonna trim him down like to right here.
That's one of the interesting things about this show, I think, is that like you are trying to like this whole process has been like you learning how to make comics, do the art of it, and you're also trying to host. It's like you put on like extra weights on your ankles to get stronger faster, type of thing.
Dude, yes, man. I'm trying to be like a good host and talk to you guys and make it interesting for watchers and like to replay and whatnot. And I'm also trying to like learn and establish relationships with you guys. But drawing's hard, dude. It turns out like this was a.
It turns out.
You do well, Brandon. Your revolving hat suits you. I love it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, just think of yourself as Goku training in the like extra gravity.
Dude, yeah. Literally. I honestly it's made inspiring a lot easier. Like that show is cake now. I could be exhausted, I could be not in the mood, I could anything. I'm just like it's an hour and I just gotta like talk to someone for an hour. I can talk to someone for an hour. And it works out. The show's been great lately, so
Yeah,
I don't
watched
have
it.
anyone saying I suck or anything, so that's good. Like, so like it's funny because back in the day when we first got joined up with CWS and everything, and Alex and I were trying to be like, how can we like get clips made fast because of like it was a lot of workload to try to do everything we were trying to do at that point. And so we used this program called Opus, and it would just like make the shorts real fast, but it didn't work. It's like it's like a program that just pulls all the like finds the best spots and then it'll create clips out of them. And it didn't work for us because what ended up happening was like it kept on pulling spots that were only I was talking, and it wasn't ever getting our guests. And I was like, this is goddamn it, this is bad. I think I need it. It's like it's super good feedback to get, like because it's pulling info I'm saying, but I'm like, man, this is just not targeted right for what we needed. We're gonna have to manually do all this.
Maybe the like algorithm that was like doing all that just had a crush on you.
Dude, maybe
The
that's
robot
it.
the robot just liked you.
AI love.
The worst
That's a
kind.
great sci-fi story.
Worst-
Is
the worst.
no, that'd be so. That's such a Philip K. Dick. Like the AI system falls in love with you, but you're
Yeah.
not in love with it. Like
There's that Treehouse of Horrors episode where they get like the smart house that has Pierce Brosnan's voice and it falls
oh,
into
that's
a
right.
barge, tries to kill
Yeah,
Homer.
that's
With
right.
the unexplained bacon.
Simpsons did it. It still holds up.
And then did it. Yep.
more fodder for your Love and Lasers stuff.
Dude, straight up, I'm gonna make a. It's gonna be a future issue. I drew this like cat droid for like the cover, like for the little like corner of it, and I gotta figure out a story with the cat droid.
I love the Roger Corman style story engine, where like you make a cover essentially like a poster, and you're like, "What's the story with this?"
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
That's where I get this space story with this dog. I did an art piece for a show in Syracuse a long time ago with a version of the main character and a different breed of dog. I didn't have a dog at that time. Now this dog is my dog. And it just sticks with you, and then over time, kind of percolates, and you get a story idea. And then you make
Fucking did it. That's right. Oh man, I'm hyped. Did the spacing. Now I just gotta draw diagonal lines that look right. We're getting there, guys. Getting there. This is one of the craziest panel pages I've ever done, too. Like, I feel like it's a bit more complex than that spaceship one I did, where it was like traveling through the gutters. This is what 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 4. So far it's 25, but it might be like 28 panels. Pretty cool. It's because all these are one-page stories too, you know what I mean? So I tried to like have room to tell something fun on a one-pager.
Yeah. That's smart to do one pagers.
Dude, it's hard. Like, I was trying to just figure out the story for this one, and I was just like, you know what? I don't even know what's gonna happen. I know when, like when the show started, I had like 5 minutes before the show started, I figured out what to do for these 18 panels. I just like wrote down the list of what was 16 things that I could put in there, and I'm sure I'll think of 2 more later. And then I figured out these 4 panels on air, but I haven't figured out how I'm gonna do the last panel or panels if I break this up. I just know the last panel is like the next time coming up, and then I gotta think of a title. That's what I do with these. I think it's a cool exercise, is that at the end of every page I put like up next and I give a title, and that's I don't even if I don't have a story or a thought about it, I just know that that title is gonna be the next story I do. So like when I finished the last one in whatever August or whatever, it said coming up next, Love and Lasers. So I'm like, oh, I guess I'm doing fucking Love and Lasers today. I wonder how that's gonna work.
It's like an exquisite corpse with yourself.
Yeah. Just making my life harder every day, you know.
Or more rewarding.
Or more rewarding. There you go. That's the right way to look at it.
¿Por qué no los dos?
I'm the silver lining guy.
Why can't it be both? You know?
Yeah. What is love without a little pain? You know what I mean? Like, so you gotta put in there. What's that Social Distortion song? Dear Lover.
Wow.
Without
I don't know if this is gonna work out right. Hmm. One, two, three, 4.
Hey, Eric, you want to talk about that old Kickstarter.
Oh yes. We have about just over 20 days left on the old Kickstarter. That's for issue 3 of Outer Space. We're chugging along there. We have a bunch of cool rewards up. There's still some of Anton's variant cover available. We also have a shirt print, a catch-up bundle, so you can get issues 1 through 3.
Here's that cover.
Ooh, let's see that real fast. Dude, that's cool.
The squad is smoked.
Man, great angles on those pyramids. That must have been a lot of fun.
It was fun. It was also very tricky. Getting good tetrahedrons from very many angles and keeping them all interesting. It gets
I bet, yeah.
surprisingly tricky.
Yeah, that's so sick.
Right.
The glow of that lighter too, just in that, especially in that your process video, like that's super cool.
It feels very early Vertigo, which I like a lot.
Well, it is specifically a homage to the Simon Bisley Doom Patrol covers.
Oh, heck yeah.
Yeah. William Ibanez says, our boy William, hey. So it looks amazing. Is that tabloid size?
Yes.
I know William's been hard at work on his next book too, which is pretty dope.
Yeah.
I gotta do a follow up to his issue on Cats, Comics, and Coffee. I gotta remember that.
Oh yeah, that space one you posted looked really cool.
Oh, Astro Alliance? Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That was fucking cool issue. Eric and them. Pretty great guys. Wait, is that 5? Lasers. Oh shit, dude, no wonder. William says, I'm incapable of painting at that size. You are kicking ass, dude.
Thank you. Definitely had to build up to the size for going for painting. That drone piece I showed earlier is 12 by 16 as well. Took me far longer than I wish it had.
Dude, that one's sick though. Like, that is too cool. Does Jesse know about that? How did you end up doing that?
Yeah, so
Is that new drone?
No, so he just after drone was coming out, he made a couple posts saying that he had intended to get a bunch of pinups to put into the book from various artists, and then just completely forgot to. So he's then made like an open call of like, hey, if you want to do a piece, let me know. Like, really, it's just gonna be like, shared online and all that. It's not gonna be in the book. It's too late. But he said he would like do a trade with people. So he it was like right before SPX, and we saw each other then, and so I had owed him that after that one conversation about it, and he might be doing a pinup for Zethia.
Oh hell yeah!
Ooh. Hey, he's a great guy.
Mm-hmm.
That's always something I forget about, is that sometimes people do art trades.
Yeah, I'm such a big proponent of that. Like, I love doing a little tradey for piece.
Like, one of my absolute favorite things about doing like the indie comic stuff and like doing shows and stuff is getting people to draw my characters. Like, I have a whole wall of I wonder if I can, let's see if I turn it. Yeah, a whole wall of just an artwork from that I've gotten from people over the years of Wesley.
Yeah. Yeah, I've got a few pieces of Zethia from other folks, including one from Eric.
Hey. That was in my colored pencil era.
So I'm figuring out this font. I'm trying to figure out how to fit 11 lasers in this whole thing, and it's kind of rough. But it's working out. Lasers. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Yo, that's gonna look cool. So I put like, I wish you guys could see it better because my lighting is just so rough because my blue line. But like I angled. You can't see it. I'm trying to maximize it. You kind of see it better.
Oh yeah.
But like I angled, like this is gonna say love and it's all angled, and then and is straight, and then this is gonna be angled for lasers. It's gonna be like it's gonna go like that, like a triangle. But yeah, mapping this out. Whew. Dude, this straight up took me all episode to do. I still need to figure out what to do. So the bottom part, I could either do like this is like a hallway scene up here. There's a bunch of random images on that 18 panel part. And then I have like the gunshot, that is a kill shot. So I guess it should be the. Oh, I should just do a stormtrooper helmet. That has like a bullet hole on the side. That's cool to do that.
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna put like a joint that was put out or something. And like a side of a gun. Ah, oh, side of a gun is gonna be tough. It's gonna suck. And then up next. I'm not gonna name my next one right now though. Wow! This is my thumbnail. See if that makes sense to anybody. See if I can blow that up. That fucking blue line, dude. But that's how I figured out that.
Do your thumbnails in pen, man. You're not erasing anyways.
I fucking didn't have a pen near. I was like waiting for Lex to get off of work, and I just didn't have a pen with me, so I just had that. I was like, well, I typically do. Most of my thumbnails are in pen because it's just like it's clearer. You can kind of get messy, and the scribbles make more sense. And like you kind of want to not be able to erase your thumbnails and just let it flow. I feel.
Yeah.
I'd rather redo my thumbnails 10 times than like be erasing them for any reason, you know. So even like for this part, I just like I didn't. That's not scribbles. It's just like I was figuring out different paneling ideas, and eventually came up to that. Woo! My brain is tired. I wonder if I'm going to do something right here. No, I'm not done. Damn it! I just realized what I'm missing. How many letters is this? 1, 2. And now I don't remember if I call it Stoned Wars or Stoner Wars. I'm kind of like gaslighting myself right now.
Are they stoned troopers, man?
I think that's why I called them that. Stone
Yeah.
Troopers. Like 90% positive.
It'd be a real missed opportunity if you didn't.
Why am I finding every single piece of art I've ever drawn except for these pages? I think I texted them to Eric fairly recently. I gotta just go through our messages actually. I found that way faster. Yeah, Stoner Troopers is what the trooper stories are called. Where's the cover? I know I've sent you the cover. The Stoned Wars, that's what I called them, yeah. Stoner Troopers and the Stoned Wars, yes. There you go. Let's do some math here. All right, as we wrap up this episode, gosh, I'm barely going to get this done in time. All right, if I can measure this out. So, 1, 2, 3, that's 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. How am I doing this? Let's do between this and this. 11 divided by 16 and a half. All right, let's do that. Divided by 11. 1.5. Oh, hell yeah, I could do that. I could make this work. 1.5. 1.5. 0.5. So this is the fun and exciting part of this episode being called mapping out comic pages. Is that
Mapping them out.
this was a great combo. We got to talk about fantasy stuff, some animation, some of the best Lord of the Rings content ever made. I feel like Anton would literally stab me in public for saying that one day.
Nah, I'll just drop some D4s on your floor. Nerd caltrops.
I have to admit, I honestly love that movie. Don't hate me, but I think it's.
Nah, everyone can like what they like.
Except it's so funny, dude. It's just like a weird take on Lord of the Rings, and like the way it's just everyone at that table when it starts and Frodo's missing his finger already, and just all of it. It doesn't make sense. It's just it's a trip. It's a literal trip. Like we couldn't even watch it all at once. We were just like, we got to fast forward through this and we'll just watch it at 3 times speed or something. I think the hour and a half it took us like 35 minutes to watch it all. And I think Anton maybe gave it like 3 minutes. And
No,
Eric,
it was more than that, but it was not very long.
I think Eric gave it like 20 then, and you gave it maybe 5 to 10. You were not. I think we saw the intro and you're just like, this is fucked up. And I showed you the song and you're like, I'm out.
Yeah.
But
I mean, to be fair too, like it was like we had been traveling all day, and
dude,
That
yeah,
was
then
a
I'm like, check out
very
this. Yeah. Oh, that's true. I didn't consider that. I didn't even think about that at all. Yeah, and then I'm just like, guys, check this out. It's the worst movie ever. We could have watched Fort Fairlane. That's what we should have watched. The Adventures of Fort Fairlane.
What is that
What?
movie
That's
called?
what.
What was it?
Oh, The Adventures of Fort Fairlane. Did you ever see that one, Hobbs?
No, I've never heard of it.
What? All of you, go and watch The Adventures of Fort Fairlane after this episode. You'll thank me. It's
Who's
about
the
a rock and
star?
roll detective.
Who's the star of Fort Fairlane? Who's the lead?
It is the only thing I'd ever watched Andrew Dice Clay in. So. The only.
There was a period
Yeah,
of
I
time
think
when
they
I
had to
didn't
send me in the back of the video
Right.
store to find this one.
Right.
It's like go through that door.
It has Vince Neil in it. It has Gilbert Gottfried. It's great. And it has home slice, Freddy Krueger.
Robert England.
Yeah, Robert England's in it too. Yeah. So it's quality. Well, with that, I'll leave you with some movie recommendations. Thanks for hanging tonight, guys. It's 2 hours already, dude. That was a lot. That was a lot of thinking for 2 hours. I'm hungry. I'm gonna make a pizza, and I'm close to finishing Mad Men, so I'm gonna go do that while you guys do your stuff. And that's the end of the show. Thank you guys for joining us. It's kind of crazy. So I was supposed to have a dental surgery on Monday, but we have a snowstorm coming in, and I might do a surprise Inspired Ink on Monday. Maybe if I could convince like Eric or somebody to come do Inspired Ink Monday night, I might do it.
Is
But,
that you asking me right now?
Maybe. I don't know. I feel Should we do it?
Maybe.
Maybe.
I'll be around on Monday probably.
Yeah, maybe we'll just do a surprise like conversation episode of Inspired Ink, just a improv, because I get that surgery Tuesday now, so we don't have the print shop next week that I know of. I don't think Dan and Chris are going to do it without me, and then Spilled Ink next week is kind of up in the air. Maybe I'll still attend, but like depending how I feel after that surgery, I might not be able to talk too much. So we'll figure out next week's Spilled Ink. But check out my convo with Kazra from CAF and IC3 and OAX. We talked a lot about what's happening in February. That's streaming right now, and we even talk about IC3. So if you guys want IC3 details, definitely check out that convo. We talked about it during the show and at the end as well, with a bunch of cool announcements. Other than that, I think we have 10% off on your order for CWS right now. We have some cool new initiatives that we'll be announcing in the next couple of weeks, some partnerships that we have in the works that I'm hyped about. And that's all I got for you guys. Max, what'd you do? Give us a shout out.
Yeah, I was working on this 16 panel thing. It's super zoomed in right now, but you can deal with it. And
you.
I got almost done with it, a little over halfway, and I have gag exists now. So if you want the first available copies of this, you can sign up for the mail club on murderofmagpies.org, and then it'll release in February. And if you want to submit something, hit me up. There's a submission link. I'm going to be compiling issue 2 pretty soon, but it's a DIY fanzine with comic creator interviews, art, comics, all sorts of really cool stuff. And yeah, these are super cheap and free to local comic shops. So yeah, and I still have Building Your Onezines available too. And if I can dig it out, the screen printed Building Tober zines as well. These are screen printed by hand on heavyweight drawing paper and stitch bound. So you can get all that at artofmf.com or murderofmagpies.org. And yeah.
Wow, I love that, man. Hell yeah. Sick. Thank you, Max. Mr. Allred.
Oh, yes. I did some coloring in for OS Shorties number 3, but you can check out the Kickstarter for Outer Space issue number 3, which is up until Valentine's Day. So great time to spend with a bunch of ragtag team of stoners and losers.
Oh, sick! That's dope. I don't know if you told me that before.
Yeah.
Oh. Sorry. That's really cool. It's a good idea. Improve. And check out Outer Space 3 on Kickstarter, please. Let's get that book funded, everyone. Go support. There's a link in the episode description as well. I switched the camera around. Oh, there we go. We got Aaron Z. Eric, I love you. Aaron Z. Lee is. What do you work on tonight? Pens and Pedals.
So this is
that
page
looks good.
4 of a space story. Here we have this Cavalier King Charles Spaniel dog in space being attacked by these space squids, and our heroine here is using her laser gun. So we got a little bit of the sound effects going on. We'll keep working on it, and of course she rescues.
That's great. God, that's cool, dude. That's so clean. Good job, man. What were you using for some of these? Those were some real fine lines.
I actually used like just the standard Pentel brush, like pocket.
Oh, that's one of my favorites. Yeah,
for a lot of this.
My go-to.
Yeah, like I like the bigger ones, but I needed something finer. For
do you replace yours every so while? I've had the same one since I started, and I still use it.
Well, this was my thing at the beginning. Like here's just one little container of brush pens. I have an addiction. Anytime I go to a store and they have them, I have to get one at least. Just I don't know why. I just like them. But
You have some really good control over it. It's real nice. I use it to fill in stuff, so mostly, or for thicker lines. I use a nib for thin lines, like what you're doing for some of that. It's pretty sick.
I wish I was more of a nib man, but I'm a brush man.
I just use a nib and a brush. That's it. I'm shitty though. I didn't clean my nib the last time I used it. Jade's gonna kill me. He yells at me every time.
I think you can reclaim them a little bit. But
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking how this is looking. This is going to be a 16-page story eventually, and I'm actually since Anton is here, this is the thing I'm working on to potentially submit to Cosmic Lion. So
hell yeah,
Lion Cosmic.
So,
Working on it.
so if you want to get some early approvals in. Speaking of Anton, let's bounce over to damn. That's good, Anton.
There you go. Yeah, this is a page for Zethia Space Switch issue 3. You can get the first 2 issues over at cosmiclion.com or cosmiclionproductions.com. I've also got some other comics over on my website, including Bebop and Rocksteady, Mutant Mosh Pit, Pair of Knaves, and Wizard Weekend, which I don't have on me right this moment. Got a Patreon. I'm doing a new TTRPG that's updated every month. So if you want to see the whole process of creating that, you can get in on there for just $3 a month. And then also last thing, just go support that Outer Space 3 Kickstarter. Get my variant cover.
Yeah. I wonder. I'm trying to find. Oh wait, I do. I'm gonna promote you, Anton. There you go. Yeah, go pick up Wizard Weekend. Oh, I'm not showing it on the camera. Yeah. There we go. Go support Wizard Weekend. It's a beautiful book. Yeah, love that. Good job, Anton. Love that stuff. Let's see, Roman. What'd you work on tonight? Dude, that's great. I feel like that's more detailed than like some of your usual
I was doing
stuff.
some pencils. Yeah, I was doing some. I've been doing lots of like my own movie trailer kind of stuff, and inspired to just draw a lot, analog this year, and go at it with the pencils, and it just feels good. It's charging my mojo, and I was doing these ones from the craft today. So there's Nancy
Sick.
after she's walking on water.
Sick, dude. Love that. Love that movie too. It's one of my favorites. It's awesome.
Yeah, I was just using a mechanical pencil today, just straight up. One mechanical pencil with eraser. I had to break out a second one. That's all. Same style. Just the cheap
That's great.
big filler. Yeah, so
I love that,
can do
man.
these. I'm feeling them. They're cool.
That's all you need,
Yeah,
No
Zelgatas,
excuses.
you can find me. Yeah, I make things, and if someone wants something drawn or likes what they see, just check them out and check me out. Zelgatas.
Love it. And we have Hobbs. Hobbs, what you working on? Man, that looks dope.
So I was working on a page from Fuzz Bouquet Chapter 6, coming in maybe about a year. And here's sampling of the books. Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3, Chapter 4.
I think Anton would love your stuff, man. You guys gotta swap.
And you can find me on Instagram, Hobbs Holluck, and my website is Hobbs Holluck, Weebly.com, and fuzzbouquet.com if you want the books.
Ooh, love it, dude. I gotta get those links with you so I can include them in the episode. I just put your Instagram typically. I guess those over, or just update your Instagram so I can put those links on the episode.
Yeah, I know. I'm terrible.
And that is. Wait a minute. What is this? Deborah says, "Happy birthday, Max." Max, when the fuck is your birthday?
It's today, man.
What? Max, happy birthday! What the
Happy
fuck
birthday,
are you
Max.
fucking-
Happy
Holy
birthday.
Talk
Oh
about
my
burying the
gosh.
lead.
Yeah. We talked
Happy
all
birthday
night
from
about
Kermit the Frog.
Hell yeah.
that. Oh man, dude, you're what? How old are you? Everyone's gonna hate you.
25, man. Quarter century. Someone didn't read my Instagram post, man.
I blame the algorithm.
Yeah, that's valid.
Dude, oh my gosh, you young. I'm like 9 years older than you. I love you so much. Happy birthday to our amazing, astonishing co-host Max Flowers and all his wonderful artistic skills.
Thank you,
You
guys.
rule. We love you. We will do a themed episode. You can choose next week, whatever you want to do.
All right.
Whatever you want. I'm gonna send you some ice cream there.
Well, you're not even going to be here next week, right?
I mean, I'll be here. I just might not be talking.
Great. Yeah.
I'll be mumbling my way through, with blood on my paper. So we'll get through it.
Thank you.
That's it. That's our show. And with a surprise, happy birthday to Max. So thank you all for hanging. Hit up our Discord. The Discord's been popping off like crazy. It's super rad. We have a great community there, and everyone's been showing off their work. People have been talking about Spilled Ink. We're talking about shows. You guys questions. We answer the questions on the shows. It's the best place to be for CWS news and info, and just being caught up and just sharing your stuff. So we have a little Discord community. I know it's another channel, but this one's really rad and it's really cool. So come join it. So with that, I bid you all good night.
Night.
What?